That's what I love about being able to just come out to places like this for a walk. You could pop out and get back into London quickly, and if you've got stuff to do. So it's a nice little nature countryside escape, then back to work. Yeah. Heading to Surrey to walk along the River Wey. I'm quite familiar with this route, I've done it a lot, but I've always walked from Guildford to Godalming, but today I'm doing Godalming to Guildford, mix it up, see what the river looks like from the other direction. And it's perfect because it's autumn and there's lots of trees around, so it'll be very pretty. And but really I need something easy today. I've been awake since 1 AM. Sleep issues, you know. So yeah, just gonna go have a lovely stroll. There's a lot of interesting history along this walk, so I'll show you when we're there. Just picking up some coffee. So you can get to Godalming. So you buy a return ticket to Godalming and then you can return from Guildford at the end. The train goes from London Waterloo. It's about, well, I'm going from Clapham Junction and it's about 40 minutes for me. So I imagine it would be about 50-ish, 50-ish minutes from Waterloo. So less than an hour. Yeah.
Clapham Junction. This train is for Hazelmere. The next station is Woking.
Pasta.
If you see something that doesn't look right,
It's about 11 o'clock now because it's a weekday, so I have to wait for the off-peak train. So yeah, nearly lunchtime.
Uniformed and plainclothes revenue protection team, and customers without a valid ticket. Maybe.
Now I've eaten my lunch and I might have to buy food when I get there. I have snacks, but it's just not substantial. I'm quite hungry still. It didn't fill me. There's quite a lot of pasta, but I don't want to have to detour into a shop to get food. I'll have a little think about it. To start off, I'm actually walking through the Phillips Memorial Park. It was named after a guy called John Jack Phillips. Basically, it says his name is John and then in brackets Jack, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, he was on the Titanic, so he was the guy that was sending out signals for help, Morse code. And he is one of the first persons to use SOS signalling in a disaster. And he went down with the ship. So this is a park dedicated to him. So I've decided I am getting food. There's a Waitrose nearby. Just got some food, but listen to this. Security tag is still on my jumper. So I bought this jumper in a closing down sale and they left the bloody tag on and the shop is closed. So I can't go back to them to get them to take it off. I've YouTubed how to do it. One theory is condom. You can actually use a condom to do it. Or there's methods with lighter and fire, but the fork method looked like the most feasible. So I tried that and broke my forks. So I still have this tag on. The key is to try and time walking out of shops when there's other people, so they don't know it's you, but also to not look suspicious. This is the River Wey. You'll often hear it referred to as the Wey navigation, but there's actually something coming up now I want to show you. So this thing here, so this was used to help get barges around the river bend where we are now, and so there'd be ropes on here to help pull them round. Have a look. This was the first river in Britain to be made navigable, which basically means that boats could kind of go up and down it with the introduction of locks. So we're going to see a lot of locks along here. Okay, we have our first lock. Here it is. So what you can do as you walk along and hear the sound of it, you can pretend it's a waterfall and you're somewhere, you know, far away and exotic. Oh, I can smell barbecue. It smells good. So, you know, I learned something recently. For these, for my whole life, I thought they were barges, but they're not. These are narrowboats. Barges are wider and used to carry goods, and these are the narrowboats. They're long and narrow and used for living in. I've been reading up on boat websites. Really lovely bridge here. I don't know the history of it though. Maybe there'll be something here that says. Let's see. So, what it says is it was probably built between 1760 and 1782, and that's it. Nothing else about it. Yeah. Actually, we'll get a nice view from this side. Go a bit closer. You probably don't want me in it, let's have a look. There's some more pretty bridges coming up, so don't you worry. Look how lovely it is. Can you hear the cows as well? They're really mooing aggressively over there. I'm glad I'm not over there. So one thing about this river is you're never actually that far away from the road, so you can always just about hear it. Sometimes like a really, really faint hum in the distance, and other times a bit more aggressive. But mostly it's peaceful. So like right now it's just I can hear cars, but barely anything. Reached a pillbox. You can see it over there. So these were used as a line of defence in the war. So that's one, and we've got another one coming up a bit further down river, or up river, one of them. I forgot to close the gate. I was too distracted by, you know, all the trees and stuff. Floating leaf! Okay, let's leave that. Occasionally there's these lovely houses on the other side. Rich people houses. Just coming up to our next pillbox. This one is up the steps a bit away, a bit hidden away. So if you're not looking for it, you'll miss it. So this is a World War II pillbox, and it's one of about 5,000 that were built in the 1940s. Back to the river. Oh. Oh, there's some prettiness coming up. This here is St Catherine's Lock, and it's the shallowest lock along the river. Oh, you can see here it says, opened in 1764, the shallowest lock on the Wey. But it scared me. Oh, like there was some wild beast or something. I have a history with dogs. I've had phobias at different times in my life. I'm okay with them now, although you wouldn't think so after that. I have a history of being chased by dogs. The first time, it's my earliest memory, being chased by a Great Dane, you know, and at that age it was bigger than me. And then it wasn't until I was in my 20s that I got over the phobia, and this was by, you know, forcing myself to be around dogs. But, you know, they still made me nervous, you know, they're kind of jumpy and unpredictable. And then I was on a hike and got chased by a farm dog, and I really did fear for my life then. And that set me back a little bit. But I'm all right with them now. So long as they're just not running towards me. You know what I love? How the water, it looks like glass at points where it's just so smooth. The reflections. This bridge, this whole area just here is where people like to come hang out and swim, and you'll see kids jumping off the bridge, but you're not actually allowed to, but they do it. So actually, yeah, at this point you can continue on either side of the river now, so I'm just going to swap over just to mix it up, and you can't cross back over again until the end at Guildford, so you know, you've got to pick your side. But yeah, we'll do this side now. So this is actually my good side, so it works out better now. I actually have a wonky nose, so when I was young, this girl pushed me. I fell on the wall. Basically, I was holding a ball. We were playing basketball and I had it and she wanted it. So she pushed me and I wasn't giving it to her, so I kept hold of it and didn't put my hands out to break my fall, and I fell like flat on my nose. And it's been wonky ever since. So yeah, that's why I have a good side. And why I very rarely do I look straight on at the camera when I'm getting my, if I'm getting my photo taken. Even, you just have to slightly angle it, otherwise you can really see the curve. Yeah. So this field right here, when it was used for farming, they would flood it on purpose. So they'd raise the level of the river with the locks to flood the field during winter so that it didn't freeze over. And then come spring, get the water out and then farm on it again. basically in Guildford now. We'll be up the road in a minute, and then it's just chaos. The peace is gone. So yeah, it's a solid chunk of road, and then we get back to the river, which will take us to the station. There's tons of places to eat here, by the way, but I'm just gonna go home. I was up since 1 a.m. And actually, you know, I didn't eat the food that I bought from Waitrose, so I gotta have that as well, actually. Maybe I'll sit down here and eat it. I see. But I've actually got tons of work to do. I do need to get home. That's what I love about being able to just come out to places like this for a walk. You could pop out and get back into London quickly, and if you've got stuff to do. So it's a nice little nature countryside escape, then back to work. Yeah. Okay, the chaos. Out of the chaos. So it's a nice little pretty area here. Some bridges. Show you something. There's a bridge here, and it's one of those bridges where when the sun is shining from the right angle, the little holes make penis shadows. Let's have a look. There's no sun today, so we won't see it. Question is, which direction do I prefer? Both are lovely. I'd do either. I would say if you want to finish somewhere that's quite calm and peaceful, walk the other direction. If you want to finish somewhere where there's more trains, more regular trains and faster trains to get back to London, walk this way. I've just seen I timed this right. There's a train in 6 minutes. But I got to go all the way to the other side of the station. They don't all take the same time. Some trains are like 30 minutes and some are over an hour. So this one is 45 minutes, so, you know, in between. The next one after is over an hour, so we don't want that.